Welcome seekers of the truth to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme horoscope for the general collective with accents on love and career for the weekend that is between April 17th to the 20th of this year of 2026. With that said, collective, let's get into your horoscope. So collective, there is a reset happening right now and it is not subtle. We are entering a powerful new moon in Aries exact on April 17th, and this is the kind of energy that does not wait for permission. Aries is the first spark, the ignition point, the moment where intention turns into action. And with this new moon sitting at the very late degrees of Aries, this is not just a beginning, it is a decisive threshold. Something is ending at the same time something else demands to begin. Across the collective, this energy is forcing a confrontation with hesitation. If you've been waiting for the right moment, this is a moment where you realize that clarity does not come before action, it comes because of it. In love, this creates urgency. Feelings that have been building beneath the surface are no longer content to stay unspoken. There's a strong push toward directness, towards saying what you feel, showing what you want, and making bold emotional moves. For some, this will feel like a breakthrough, a confession, a reconnection, a sudden spark that ignites quickly and intensifies, or it ignites quickly and intensely also intensifies. But for others, this same force can expose misalignment. If something has been inconsistent, unclear, or one sided, Aries energy cuts through that illusion fast. And that brings to us an important layer in this chart. Neptune is also in Aries, very close to the beginning degrees. This introduces a paradox. On one hand, you are being pushed to act boldly. On the other hand, there is still fog in the atmosphere. Not everything is fully defined yet. You may feel pulled towards something or someone without fully understanding why. So the dynamic in love becomes this: act but do not assume, move but stay aware. There is a real potential for passion and reconnection and connection, but it must be grounded in reality as it unfolds, not in fantasy. Now, as we move deeper into this window, something shifts. The moon moves out of Aries and into Taurus, and immediately the energy changes tone. What was impulsive becomes intentional. What was fast becomes steady. And this is where things begin to take form. In relationships, this is where attraction stabilizes or doesn't. The initial spark of Aries either finds grounding here or it fades. Taurus does not chase, it builds. It asks, is this sustainable? Is this worth investing in? Is there real value here? So expect a two-stage process in love. First, the ignition, fast, raw, and direct. Then the evaluation, steady, grounded, and real. If something survives both phases, it has substance. Now let's move into career and material direction because this is where the chart becomes extremely powerful. There's a strong Taurus presence developing here with Venus moving through Taurus alongside Uranus at the very final degree of the sign of Taurus. This is not ordinary energy. Taurus governs value, money, stability, and resources, and Uranus at the final degree represents disruption at the highest level. This means the collective is entering a period where financial patterns are shifting, career directions are changing, old methods are being challenged, and this is happening rapidly. In career matters, this can manifest as sudden opportunities that do not look like what you expected. A door opens, but it requires you to move differently. A situation changes, but it forces you to adapt quickly. There is innovation here, but it comes with instability if resisted. At the same time, Venus in Taurus is offering a stabilizing force. This is about attraction, value, and reward. What you put out, your skills, your work, your presence has the potential to draw intangible results, but those results are tied to authenticity. Taurus does not reward imitation, it rewards what is real, consistent, and valuable. So the message in career is precise. Evolve your methods, but anchor your value. Now, there is another critical layer influencing everything, one that operates more quietly but with significant weight. There is a concentration of planets in Aries: Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. This creates a kind of pressure field around action, communication, and responsibility. Mercury in Aries accelerates thinking, ideas come quickly, decisions come quickly also, and communication becomes more direct. sometimes even sharp. Mars adds drive. So this is the push to act, to move, to initiate. Saturn, however, introduces discipline. It demands structure, accountability, and precision. And Neptune again adds that layer of uncertainty or vision. When you combine all of this, you get a very specific dynamic. You are being pushed to act quickly, but you are also being tested on how well you execute, and you must navigate between clarity and illusion. In a career, this means that opportunities may come fast, but they will require effort, focus, and follow through. This is not luck based success, this is execution based success. If you act without structure, things fall apart. If you wait too long trying to perfect everything, you miss the moment. The balance is critical. Now, supporting all of this is Jupiter and Cancer forming a harmonious connection to the Taurus energy. This is one of the most important stabilizing influences in this entire configuration. Jupiter in Cancer expands through emotional intelligence, connection, and trust. It brings growth through relationships, through nurturing dynamics, and through aligning with what feels right at a deeper level. In both love and career, this acts as a quiet advantage. In love, it softens the intensity. It allows for emotional depth, for care, for genuine bonding between the surface of passion. It reminds you that connection is not just about excitement, it is about security and emotional resonance. In a career, it suggests that success comes through building trust, creating value for others, establishing emotional connection with your audience, clients, or environment. This is not about aggressive competition, it is about strategic alignment. Finally, we cannot ignore the presence of Pluto in Aquarius, which continues to reshape the collective on a deeper level. This is long term transformation, especially around power, systems, and identity within groups and networks. In this specific window, Pluto adds intensity to interactions. It can bring power struggles, it can also bring breakthroughs. It forces truth, it exposes what is real and what is not. So, across the board, the theme becomes unavoidable transformation through action. To bring this all together, here is the sequence you're moving through. First, the ignition. The new moon in Aries pushes you to start, to move, to act, especially in areas where you have been hesitating. Then the grounding. As the moon moves into Taurus, you are asked to stabilize what you started, to give it form, to determine its value. Then the expansion with Jupiter supporting Cancer, what is aligned begins to grow through connection, trust, and emotional resonance. But all of this is happening under the influence of Uranus, which means that nothing remains static. Evolution is not optional here. So the final message is clear. In love, be bold, but be real. Let actions reveal truth, not assumptions. In career, move fast, build solid, and adapt your approach, but stay anchored in your value. So once again, in career, move fast, but build solid. Adapt your approach, but stay anchored in your value. And overall, understand this. This is not a passive period. This is a threshold moment. What you initiate now, what you choose now, what you act on now sets the trajectory for what follows. The energy is not asking if you are ready. It is asking if you are willing to move anyway. So that is what I had for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely made it for you to enjoy. And if you did enjoy it, please like this video, comment this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel so you get first dibs on future uploads. And of course, that would help me grow the Supreme channel of ours very much in case you wanted to help me do that.